Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 for some more racing, and we are currently stacking cars onto the bleachers. Sure, this is the best possible thing that we could do. How did they get the cars up there? They must have hit it at some speed. Okay, apparently that works. Naturally, no, not on that one. That one's too high. Yes, it is time for some racing. Oh, apparently we're off. This is a Lado-built circuit. We have got some Sport Classic cars. It's the Cheetah Classic versus the Turismo Classic, and everyone's... Has anybody bought a Turismo? I don't actually know, but... Oh, there's one up there that's had a slight slide into a wall. Oh, there's a hay bale on the inside there. Let's not hit that. Oh, and no, let's not hit into everybody else. It's not gone amazingly well to start with. Things have gone a little bit, crashy, and I'm going to murder Crane, and then we've... Oh, well, yeah. It has continued to go a bit crashy. Thankfully, it's the first lap. We have slipstream, we have catch-up turned on, so there is... we'll recover from this with an ample amount. I see a big old bridge goes over there. I'm presuming we race up that by the looks of where the cars ahead are going. I'm going to say that's an absolute yes. We are taking a variety of track limits, trying to get a curb boost in an attempt to catch up to some cars so that we can do some slipstreaming. Come here, Joe. You'll try and slipstream and not have more crashes. That's the idea, at least. I mean, there's a chance someone's going to fall off that bridge, despite the fact that it's far too wide. Or not far, sorry. It is very wide. There's loads of space, but someone's going to find a way to fall off of that at some point. Oh, we got a lot of slipstream mid-corner I wasn't quite prepared for. Come on, slipstream. Oh, we got sideways on a curb. We'll look around the outside of Crane. Just about make it work. Not the best of passes. Okay, we need to all work together here. Oh, that's a tighter corner than I realised. I'll have made up some track limits and a half right there. And we're not. I was hoping we could slingshot past Joe, but we couldn't quite do it. Crane is going to pass all of us. Right, we need to all work together. We definitely need to catch this lead group. So we'll try and leapfrog past... Oh, that's a lot more dangerous. Didn't realise there was a crossover point there. I didn't realise until it was way too late. I mean, I don't know. I think, honestly, it's hindered the leaders more than it's hindered us in some ways. But this has not gone to plan. It might be one of the worst first laps I've had in a long time. It has just gone very poorly. Crane has smacked the wall hard through there. We will leapfrog up a position. Is that a Lado in front? I see. It could be a Lado. It could be... It looks more like a Lado yellow than a brazen yellow, if I'm remembering my yellows. It is a Lado yellow. Say Lado yellow a few times quickly, and you end up sounding like an idiot. Blakey's had a bad time. It's not the final lap yet, Blakey. He's not supposed to have a bad time yet. There's one lead group, one second group, and one third group going on here. Unfortunately, yeah, we are in the third group. Team Orange is in the third group. We will desperately try and recover. That's... Oh! And Joe's had a tag and a spin. Right, come on. Let's catch up to Lado. And then hopefully on towards the next group. Yeah, sometimes you have these races, right? We've all had them. Doesn't matter what game it is. Whether it's GTA, whether it's Forza, Gran Turismo, hell, I've had them on iRacing even. Things just don't go to plan. And sometimes there's not much you can do about it. It just don't quite go to plan. Hoping, and it's like the track's actually quite interesting. I don't dislike this track. It's a good challenge from the first lap that they've done around here. But yeah, it's an interesting circuit. Just things have not gone well. We are closing on the lead group, and we're going to end up bringing Lado with us. I mean, that's fine. We will not curb boost because Lado's close behind. We don't want to end up wiping the car out. Ultimately, we want to use the slipstream more than the curb boosting. So it's advantageous for me to let Lado past. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Close eyes and hope. No, we've hit Ewan twice now. There's really no other way to go through that one. We are just guaranteed to hit Ewan, it seems, in that. Sorry, Ewan. I mean, it's not intentional. I have very little control. We're now the field is bunched up to now be two groups. There's the leaders, and then there's us lot. There's something. Hopefully, we can. We're fighting over 11th at the moment. There's always a chance. I feel like maybe as we head towards that crossover point, maybe I want to be not the car carving a path through. Maybe we let whoever else is with this group be the car that carves the path into that and hope that they make a gap for us to follow. That would be the idea. That would be the dream here. We've got a great run, and it is not going to be enough. Blakey carried a lot of speed through there. Christ. Lado's having a move to the outside, and we'll... Yeah, I got the place very briefly, but can't hold it. Up towards the bridge we head. Still miles back. How far? We're 14 seconds back on the leaders. We're going to get... Oh, loads of slipstream up there. Lado's airborne. We will pass Blakey. I mean, we're not fighting for the lead. It's still going to find a little battle. That's gone way too deep. Asked too much of the car there. Couldn't make it work. But never mind. I mean, we did say we were hoping someone else would carve a path through the... what's-it-called? Oh, level 8. Level 8 was leading a second ago, weren't they? Level 8's had a bad time and dropped to the back of that lead pack. We'll try and get this section right, which we do. Slide about a little bit, but nothing terrible. Now, we have no one directly behind us, so we will do a sneaky bit of curb boosting, try and get... we're going to hit the slipstream, but it's too late. No, we go to the inside there. All we're going to do is end up... just losing time. Oh, please let us get through this gap. Oh! I saw the gap on the map that we wanted. That was full commitment from me. We were firing the car to the inside of Lado, and I didn't want to go on the brakes any sooner than that because I wanted to get clear of the crossover. However, I was not sure we were stopping for the corner. But it was better to do that. It was better to send it through there and hit the wall than it was to get hit on the crossover again. Oh, we've thrown that in, and the back end could not. Back end did not have the grip that we asked of it through there. It just wanted to slide about, and oh, Blakey also having similar issues with the Turismo there. Lado is not going to have a look for a pass just yet. That's fine. Might have a look to the outside here. No, too far back. Okay, we're all good. What lap number? There's a tiny possibility that if we do this right, we might get to the lead pack on the final lap. Hello, Ewan. You've had a terrible race. I've crashed into you a lot. Lado's doing a wheelie! Stunt points to Lado. Many stunt points go the way of Lado there. That was an awesome wheelie. Danger Man has also fallen back. They were also leading at one point. I'm going to presume it might have been Danger Man and Ewan that tangled somewhere. We will get the pass down on Lado. But like at the moment, we're wanting to work with Lado. We're wanting to work with Blakey here. We don't want to fight over this 10th place. Not yet. I mean, the final lap of the race might be a bit different, of course. But at the moment, our main goal is move forward. Our main goal is catch the leaders that have had their own accident up ahead here. I think we might do it. I think we might do it before the end of the race. We may well. Yeah, Lado and Blakey have just come with us. Joe and Crane are a little bit further back. I think they are in the group, though. Possibly. Who is off the back? Oh, Joe's had a bit of a bad time. We are finally not worrying about the crossover. This is when, after all this hard work, we get hit from this way. It would be luck/karma. Come on, Lado. We've been weirdly cooperative this time around. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, apparently good things happen. Well, that was... Blakey's here. Team Orange has recovered quite well. Team Orange and Lado did a half-decent job. Nothing we could really do on that one. We were committed. You don't see that corner until you've turned in. So me and Lado were fully committed with full slipstream and so on. And you go around a corner and suddenly, there's a car parked in the middle of the road. I'm going to guess something hit the outside wall. It's the easy crash to do at that point on the circuit. We will got to stay in the draft. Where is this heading up towards the big bridge? I am learning the circuit. There's a mixture of cheaters and Turismos. We're sadly a little bit too far back. Well, that's frustrating. I mean, it is too far back for slipstream on this corner. We'll catch back up, because in the braking zone here, we can be as late as we like, and there we've got to kind of be careful of one another. So we'll be in the slipstream next time around. But, yeah, we just missed out on one bit. That's fine. We are now in the fight, though. That is the bit that matters. Don't know whether these cars can bump draft. By the looks of it, the Turismo, maybe not. They had a tangle. I tried to follow that outside line, but we just ran out of room. They were already too wide ahead, so it was always going to be a bit of an ambitious manoeuvre. Blakey's got a great run off of that. I just have no speed off that corner. That's maybe a little bit too far back for slipstream. Now we finally get a burst of speed. Here to the inside of a Brazen. We've got loads of momentum through here. It's going to be the wrong. Unfortunately for me, it's the wrong side down here. Ewan's shot all the way to the inside and makes that one work. We have actually made that wider line work for us, surprisingly. It's a shame that cannot be the final lap of the race, to be honest. It was perfectly timed. Kept everyone behind. We've got a bit of a lead heading towards these next corners. We know where to put the car. We know where to put the car on the final turn. There's been a bit of a bump, as to be expected, through there. Level 8's having a look around the outside. It's not quite going to be space for that one. We'll get across. Little bounce off of the wall through all of that. And here comes the slipstream once again. It's going to be almost 3 wide through here. We'll try and give space to everybody, but it's stuck in the middle, not going very quickly through all of that. A little bit of curb boosting. It's still getting busy. It always is going to be busy on the final lap of the race. We've got Team Orange is still up here. This is 3 wide again. I'd try. They're not going to be the speed, I don't think, on the outside. It's contact. I'm going to bail. But get away from all of that. We make it through, up over the bridge. We will head. We're going to have a lot of cars slipstreaming past up here. There's a lot lining up. Although not quite as much of not as big a run as expected. Gliska fires it to the inside. Level 8's a cheating bugger. Around the wall through all of there. But we are off of the corner. Still in a good position here. We've still got another couple of straights to go. We are about where we want to be. It's 4 wide again to the outside for us. Gliska has a bit of mid-corner correction through all of this. There's another big twitch. You have to back off. Everything's getting stacked up through here. There's going to be a lot of cars in good positions potentially for slipstream. We try to straight line the exit as much as possible. There's a lot of cars about here. Amy's going to push us forward. Impega gives level 8 a huge push. Ewan's pushing Gliska. There's all sorts of teamwork going on. I know where I want to be. If I can get across, we're a little bit penned in. Unfortunately, it's a good run. We can try and do the same thing we did last lap. We'll try and go to the outside. Ewan fires it all the way to the inside. So we're going to look a long way around through here. They'll get a little bit slow mid-corner. Might still be in a good place for this one. Oh, Ewan's gone! Ewan got taken out of the crossover! Oh, we're too far back. We can't outrun Gliska, but we will take second at least. Ewan with the disaster. Ewan, so unlucky. I think it might have been a Stevie that did a murder on a Ewan through there. That was unlucky. I think Ewan would have been beaten in the slipstream run anyway to the line. We got a bit of a slide mid-corner. We got quite close enough to Gliska for the slipstream towards the line. I'll take a second place, though. Considering how bad the start of that race went, a second place I am not too disappointed with at all. We head into our second race. Hopefully we can have a repeat performance. The Sabre Turbo is here, and for old time's sake, I have gone. It's very rare I don't race in orange, but the Pumobile is back, if you remember where that's from. Awesome. Yes, we are back with the same. I haven't driven this car in a very long time. And it's always fun to do these races, you know, to sometimes drive vehicles that we haven't seen around for a while. Level 8. Oh god, this does not turn like the classic supercars. Hello, Crane. Oh, there's just, yeah, there was not the steering in this that I was quite prepared for. Level 8 has, I don't know what's gone on. Level 8's had an adventure at the start of this race. But either way, I mean, it's not gone as badly as the first race. I think there are maybe stop sticks if you go really far out of bounds. potentially. Brazen was very slow all of a sudden trying to rejoin the circuit through there. We did move across in front of Lado, which wasn't the safest manoeuvre I've ever done. We did get away with it. We've got to run to the inside of Crane, and Pega's going to duck underneath both of us, although might struggle on the exit. Oh, we're going to have to get... yeah, there are some stop sticks out there. I'm incredibly sorry, Crane. Unfortunately, I was already committed on the steering at the point in time, and I couldn't suddenly adjust that one. I think I see level 8's cheating. Or trying to. I don't know how well it's working. Whoa! Didn't know what way Ewan was going. It's fine. It's fine. We've survived. Okay, it's another terrible first lap. But it isn't quite as bad as the first race, so yeah. I think we've got to watch out for the Sabre. They do get quite heavily damaged. I mean, you saw Ewan's car. And while, you know, damage in GTA is hardly beam levels, it can genuinely affect the performance of the car. It makes the handling worse, for example. And yeah, this is the sort of vehicle where that's perhaps going to be more noticeable than some others, because it's got a little bit more extreme with the damage model. I mean, you can already see from mine, we didn't really take a particularly big hit, but it was enough to deform that sort of rear quarter. So if it bends and pushes a wheel in, we could be in trouble. And in single player, GTA damage is actually quite impressive. You can... Oh, crap. Ooh! That was very fortuitous. Because I think Pega was about to get moving, and we were going to be stuck. But he got punted by, I think, Lado, and was usefully out of the way for me. So we've actually recovered to 4th. Joe's followed us pretty much through that mess, and now takes the 4th place away. It was Dangerman, Gliska, and Chris are leading the way in this one. Stevie's car is damaged in a weird way in that front corner. With the way the damage is and the lighting is, it just looks like it's got... Well, that's a lot of camber on the front wheel of that car. It'll not be handling as nicely as it could. Whoop, thank you for the bump. We've got some slipstream. I'm not actually going to go for a pass into this corner. Whoa, didn't really need to. In the end, Joe sent that wide. Well, Joe sent it in too hard, got very sideways. I sent it in a bit too hard and got quite sideways. Not the best things to do. Alright, watch out for stop sticks if you take the piss on the exit there. We did not get slowed down this time. Joe will slipstream back past over the crest. Brazen is here as well. Stevie will be back in. It's not going to be long until it's a 7-car battle for the lead. Oh, Brazen's now doing the cheating line as well. That was not quite the intention with the with the walls there. But there we go. We've got great speed. Oh, not quite. And Joe tried it and it failed. So it's not really a lot. So the theory is that you can just run it in and go flat out around the wall. The problem is if you don't quite get it angled perfectly, or if the wall's not perfectly level, it might catch and spin your car. So then that's what happened to Joe. Joe had that catch and spin the car, and yeah, that's, I think, well deserved. Oh, there's going to be a transference of a spin going through that pack. We came out of it, well, not the best. We've survived. It's also not the worst outcome we could have possibly had from that. We are going to we're not going to be in danger through here. The back of the field is, thankfully, not quite going to be driving through the leaders. And we get a little bit of curb boost. Yeah, a smidge. Wasn't probably... Oh, Gliska, big hit on the inside wall. And there's been a very big crash behind, I think, as cars are scattering, trying to avoid that, as cars are bouncing off stuff. It is always one of the dangers with these fast chicanes. If you get it wrong, and it's really easy to, you end up bouncing across into traffic or through traffic, and that sort of a crash can happen. And we were in the right place at the right time. For once, we were in the good place to avoid all of that shenanigans. Dangerman and Chris are very much taking touring car rules in this one. There's been a fair amount of paint swapping going on. I wanted to get back on the circuit, but wasn't quite space. We'll be on a wonky as anything line through there. Level 8 is missing most of the front end of that car. Chris got back on the track. Not quite clear. Here comes Gliska, and Lado has joined the group. Level 8's car is in all very funny shape at this point in time, and the car is literally a point here. Right, we're going to have to do something about that. Yeah, I agree with Lado's idea. If you run the wall, you are fair game to get spun out. I will race the rest of you cleanly, but you run the wall, and you will be spun, pretty much. Hello, Blakey. Oh, you have rejoined the group. I don't want to be on this tight line. I've not really got much of a choice in the matter. Thankfully, Chris kind of messed that corner up and slowed everyone else down, so we were able to sneak past. Right, we will get a load of slipstream from Lado, and then we're on to the curb. I don't want to do too much because we do want to actually give Lado slipstream, because we want to sort of slingshot off of each other to catch towards the group ahead. Level 8 is past Gliska. I mean, I like this outside. It nearly worked for the first race victory, because you can get a bit of a curb boost on this if you're directly on the outside of an opponent. You can get a good curb boost. The first race we were behind rather than on the outside of Gliska, so we couldn't quite make it work. But there we go. Oh, there is a bump and a bit of argy-bargy between Lado and Gliska. We are up through, and we will get up to second, although we're going to be... Gliska is going to fight that, and there's almost no point going too crazy on this. I didn't want to go too crazy on it. Never mind, Brazen decreed that we would. Danger Man's on the outside of that. I've got lots of cars everywhere. Danger Man will still be there, and will probably complete that move. That's fine. If I had known, I wouldn't have moved across as much as I did, but yeah, well, there was only so much knowledge that we could use there. I'm actually quite tempted. Oh, don't get understeer, because we know there are stop sticks out there. I'm quite tempted to, if someone thinks of cheating, to just park my car on that wall line so no one can actually use it. Not use it myself, but park my car out there so they can't use it. Oh, couldn't get across, and level 8 has been karma'd. Karma has had its say. Thank you, Karma. That's what we like to see. Cheats never prosper, and all of that. And yeah, level 8 has been dumped over the wall for trying to wall ride. Lovely stuff. Gliska leads from Brazen and Impega. Gliska got massive oversteer through there, and has given the lead to Impega through that section. This is going to be a hell of a final mess, really, because we're all going to be fighting for the slipstream down here. Oh, I think Chris might have got the stop sticks through there. We're all fighting for the slipstream down on this bit. We are going to have a good run. Well, maybe. Danger Man's got a great run on the outside. It's basically 4 wide. We've got a huge oversteer. That's bad. That's really bad for me. It's killed all of our momentum through that section. I mean, there's going to be a big slipstream run to the line. The real question is, are we close enough to do anything about this? Is there going to be crossover chaos? There isn't. We've got massive amounts of slipstream here. Can we do it? Can we take a victory? Oh no, wait, there's one more lap. Oh crap, I thought that was it. I lost track. I am so bad at losing track of the laps. Never mind. One more time to go. Well, we might still have the same thing. And it worked as well. We were in the right place. That's what makes it worse, is that we were in the right place for that one, I think, to have got the win. Well, this is going to be another case of 1 lap sooner ending is the way to go. I mean, it's a slightly shorter race, but that's just because these cars are significantly slower than the previous vehicles. Oh, no, don't get spun. The problem is now, it was alright when there were 6 of us. Now there's going to be 8 or 9 of us, and Brazen and Gliska have had a crashing. Gliska got out of that quite well. All things considered, Gliska got out of that one very well. That was a nasty crash, but they've all survived. We are currently leading the way up towards the bridge, but we won't be leading it off the bridge, of course. We'll get slipstreamed by a bunch of cars. That's so many cars are lining up behind. Good news is the crossover's unlikely to play a significant part this time around. Gliska got tagged by something there and ended up in trouble. Impega is... well, no, the cheating line is just not worth it. The car, I think especially with the cars taking damage, They are starting to get more and more inconsistent on the walls, which is good. That might have to be altered on this circuit, so we can't have cheats anymore. Ooh, we are going to dive it in through there. I mean, it's 3 and 4 wide at the moment. It's so difficult to know where to put your car half the time. You're so busy trying to avoid one car, and then someone else does a slightly different maneuver that you're not prepared for. Amy's got crossed up there and is slow on the exit. We're trying to avoid smacking into their car while chasing some slipstream from somebody, and there's nothing giving at the moment. Longbow's looking, and it's not quite found some space. Lado's to extreme inside down there. Big crash has occurred on the outside of that. Lots of cars involved in that. I think Impega and Gliska were in that. Dangerman is to the inside. We are looking to the outside through here. I mean, we did kind of want to be on this line. The problem is we are going to maybe hit stuff on the crossover. Yep, it was Longbow got us. It was Ewan in the first race. We got hit in the second. Dangerman is gifted a victory from a Longbow T-bone. Should have been 1 lap shorter. Both times, god damn it. Yeah. Couldn't do anything. If we braked, we would have lost most of those positions anyway, because we would have just lost all of our momentum. Just, again, desperately unlucky on that one. Yeah, what else could I do, really? It looks like Pega finished with half a car from some of those shunts at the end. Oh, what a day, man. We were set up for an interesting drag race to the line on that, but sadly we would not get to realise what might happen. But there we go. That is the way it goes sometimes with these circuits. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to Lado for building this wacky little circuit. Shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.